If you clicked on this video, it probably means you're tired of being lied to by your government, the tons of corporations that are corrupt and that funnel millions of dollars into your government just to keep their products on their shelves. You're worried about your health and you want to save yourself from these evil corporations that poison our water and infect our foods with dangerous chemicals. In this video, I'm going to show you the ways that corrupt companies and your government lie to your face. And stick around till the end to show you how you can save yourself from these companies and save your health. Part 1. It's not your fault you're overweight. If you ever attended public school, you know the food options were pretty limited. Pizza, burgers, fries, like something that was very cheap to produce. And usually you had like a little salad bar on the side, but it was pretty minimal and nobody went there. Nobody. If you did, you were the weird kid. Trust me, you were. Since you were a kid in kindergarten, you've been eating what's ever been put in front of you, aka the school food. And suddenly you became addicted to sugar and now you rely on processed food to provide nutrients, which is not good. Now we see 6-month-olds that are obese. What's a 6-month-old supposed to do? Like exercise? Diet? They don't even know what a calorie is. I sure as hell didn't even know what a calorie was in kindergarten. Even outside of school, even the food choices we're given aren't really that healthy for us either. A recent study actually concluded that around 60% of the food supply, like all the food on the shelves at your local Walmart or Fry's or whatever, they have sugar. Added sugar. 60%. Sugar dominates our food supply. It dominates our diet, no matter whether that be inside or outside school. It dominates us. After all, it's much easier to go to your local McDonald's and get like a family meal for like $10 than it is to, make your own food. It's much easier to buy processed cheap food than to buy whole foods and make it for your family. So how do we stop the cycle of sugar and junk being in our diet and how it's been passed on from our parents to us? How do we stop that? A super simple solution would be to educate our young and tell them that sugar is bad, right? You've already tried that. What I see is that it's simply impossible. Parents usually control what children and even what you eat on a daily basis, and we look up to them as all-knowing and wise in their food choices. That's simply not true anymore. Parents themselves are the catalyst for kids being overweight and obese. They're the catalyst for kids being hooked onto sugar, junk, processed foods. They're the ones that buy these foods and feed them to their children. These children haven't been taught or simply don't care enough to replace sugar and junk into their diet. The school system tried to fix this through multiple programs like Play 360 and Michelle Obama's No Kid Hungry Act, which kind of got reversed. The Hunger Free Kids Act replaced all the foods from like burgers, pizza, fries, and replaced it with healthier options. However, it soon got reversed after companies kept funneling money to Michelle Obama to stop this and to simply, instead of replacing the food, to simply go out and tell them to exercise the solution, not the food. However, you can't teach a kid that their food is killing them and that it's poisoning them when they'd rather eat a chocolate bar than some vegetables. Another factor that plays into the failure of education is the fact that sugar is just too addictive. Researchers found that lab mice, when they're allowed enough time to get hooked onto sugar, crave it more than if they were hooked onto cocaine. Cocaine! We've been told that cocaine is addictive and it's a bad thing for us. It's gonna ruin our health. But what about sugar? It's even freaking worse. And nobody says a thing. Kids from all ages have been hooked since they were infants through the use of formula and medicine. Formula has sugar in it. So how do companies get away with the neglect of public health? How do they keep spoon-feeding us these sugar-coated lies? Part 2. Companies care about their customers. The extent that companies such as Coca-Cola, Pepsi, McDonald's, etc. go to keep their products on their shelves and they keep like governors from pulling their products from store shelves is absolutely insane. One of the tactics they use is lobbying, which basically means they're funneling money into a senator or to a certain group in order for them to support their cause, the company's cause, such as not pulling products from the store shelves. More and more senators are being paid more and more to shoot down mandates and bills that can actually affect the company's revenue, which in turn shuts off our most powerful source of change in America. Not only do they fund the government, but they fund research programs to sway the facts. The Coca-Cola company has been caught sponsoring research programs. Usually this is when they're studying obesity and sugar. Whenever they're studying either of those two, usually Coca-Cola, Pepsi, some big company will come in and sponsor them so that they don't release the facts or they don't, speak the truth. They also completely cut off the ties between sugar, obesity, and addiction. Sponsored labs in turn create results that are very false. They claim that soft drinks are not detrimental to our health and that they're actually healthy for us. They're part of our daily intake of liquids, as they say. Another tactic that these companies use to keep Americans hooked on their product is the reformulation of their products. If you've ever walked down the soda aisle in your store, you've seen Coke Zero, Diet Coke, and then regular Coke. You'll also see like reduced sugar and reduced fat on most things. These are reformulated foods that claim to have no effect on our health, when in reality they have the same amount of sugar, real or artificial, and they have tons of chemicals pumped into them just to make up for the fats. Instead of pulling millions of grams of sugar from like soda and all their foods from the shelves, they'll simply come out with alternatives that are lower calorie or fat-free. You have to remember, companies are meant for money, not people, not public health, but money. So here's the truth. No amount of cope or reformulation will save you from the super harmful effects of these corporations and what their foods have on your health. No matter how much sugar or how much fat has been extracted from these foods, junk food, even if it is less junky, is still junk food. Even the labels on the nutrition facts and everything, like all the percentages and daily values, they can lie to you. Sugar doesn't have a daily value. If you ever look at like a soda, like it doesn't say a percentage of daily value. Something like 70 grams is like 120%. Sodas have like 130 grams per soda. So what can you do to fight back against these corporations and regain control of your health? The first thing you can do is quit sugar altogether. Link in the description, I have a video of it. Go watch it, please. I started to change the scenery a little just to make it interesting. So another thing you're gonna want to do is quit junk food. It's gonna be almost the exact same way you quit sugar. Like progressive deload, replacement, fasting, the exact same thing to really like reset your dopamine system. Except now it's gonna be with junk food. So you're gonna learn how to really replace those meals with meals you cook for yourself. So that's another added bonus. You're gonna learn to cook for yourself. So all in all, just go and watch that other video I made. It's gonna teach you everything about sugar and junk food. I basically just funneled you into my other video. So if you want to really change something about the corporations and the government, that's gonna be up to you to vote, to call up your local politician, pressure them, and to really, take action within your like government's legal system. I really don't know where you live, but in America, that's how we do it. All in all, it's as simple as not eating sugar or junk. It's that easy. Take action today by watching that video and implementing the steps. Trust me, it's gonna be worth your time. So those were the ways that corporations and the government lies to you. If you want to keep watching videos like this, subscribe, comment, like, all the algorithm stuff. Thank you. Quick little bonus, I actually do offer one-on-one coaching where I'll hold your hand to quit sugar and junk food and to optimize your health. In the description, go click on it to book a call with me, and I'll gladly show you the steps on how I'm going to do that.